So windshield here. Peace be with you, beloveds. Now Victoria with another If Nobody Told You Today, the Alphabet Edition. And if nobody told you today, kids need...
No.
Hey, Gabby!
No, okay.
It's okay, I'm just doing a video. Okay. God, it's my...
I'm happy. I see you like that.
Thank you.
When I go to Virginia, I'm gonna call your mom. I see Van in my in the backyard to take a picture.
I'm gonna put this flower back, by the way.
No, do it again.
Okay, thank you.
Do it.
All right, I'll see you later. Again, if nobody told you today, kids need boundaries. And I just want to do a quick video from my heart. I don't have a notepad, I don't have notes. I just want to keep it real. And like anybody else in our lives, kids need boundaries. Ooh, Satan. You don't want this message. You don't want this message to get out, but it's gonna get out. Here we go. So I read somewhere online where it says you are only as happy as your saddest child. And I really got to thinking that whomever wrote that, they had to be pretty miserable. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, their miserableness had to be like at the highest meter. And I say that because I'm a single parent, and this is not throwing shade on anybody. I'm just stating facts. And if I was only as happy as my saddest child, then here's a little bit of truth. I would never, ever, ever be happy. Because my child is going to make mistakes. My child is going to fall. And if I allow my child to be the one that makes me happy, then that is a goal that I will never reach, because my child can never make me happy. No matter what he or she may go through, I have to choose to be happy. And I say that because just as we set boundaries for the people in our lives, we need to do the same thing with our kids. Because I'm a single parent, I realized that I overcompensated. And when I say overcompensate, I'll call them out by their names: Jordans, iPhones, PS4s, all the stuff that will never ever teach them what they really need, and that's boundaries. I recently had to discipline my child, and I disciplined my teenage son, and I took away the phone, I took away the TV, I took away access to basically anything that gave him a sense of like joy in his life. And it was basically just him and his four walls. And because I'm a parent, like we all do, we feel bad for our kids. And so I decided, like, all right, well, I guess it won't be that bad if I allow him to come in my room and watch a movie with me, you know, even though I said no TV. And what I thought I was doing was helping him, but in all reality, I was hurting him, because I disciplined him, but I didn't stick with it. And so many times as parents, it hurts to see our children suffer. But if we don't allow them to go through the phases of growing, then the truth is they're never going to learn. And another major decision that I had to make was I had to decide to give my child to God. I had to dedicate my son to the Father, the one who was also my father. And I would keep praying about the same thing, and it just seems like it just never ever changed. And that's because I didn't allow God to do the work that he needs to do. And I had to trust that the work that he did in me, he was also going to do it for my son. When we have people in our lives that don't do us, they don't do us good, or they don't mean us well, what do? We give them a gift of goodbye. We let them go. And I learned along the way, my son actually taught me this, that I had to let him go too. And I have to allow him to make choices that are not always going to be the best ones. And I can't always be there to pick him up when he falls. I have to teach him that you have to have boundaries, not only for yourself, but for your kids too. And because I have a God heart, when somebody wouldn't do me right, what would I do? All right, I forgive you. And then they go and they do it again. All right, I'll forgive you. And then they go and do it again. All right, stop. Because I finally realized that helping them was hurting me, because I didn't set boundaries. And when I finally did set boundaries, I also said I need to do the same thing for my child. And we got to trust and allow God to do the work that he has to do for our children. For any parents that are struggling with their kids being on drugs, or their kids, alcoholism, or just any type of abuse, or just anything internal that a child may go through from making certain decisions, we have to know that first, it's not our fault. Because if we gave them everything that they needed, then the decisions that they made has nothing to do with us. So we have to first forgive ourselves and allow God to do what he needs to do for the kids. Because if we don't, we're not teaching them anything. And the first thing that you need to do when you teach your kids something is to be that example. If you want to show your kids how to find joy in the smallest things of life, then you show them how to find joy in the smallest things of life. If you want to teach your children not to do something, then you need to be the example for your children, because we are our children's first teachers. We teach them what it is to love. We teach them what love is. And if I let you disrespect me, and then I let you tell me you love me, I'm going to tell you that's not the truth. Because love is an action word. And when you love someone, you respect someone. But how can I teach you about love? How can I tell you that I love you if, number one, you don't love you, and number two, I don't love me? I can never teach you about something that I don't know, but I sure can teach you about something I've been through. So I don't got no degree in this. I'm just coming to you with a life experience that it hurts to see our kids, the ones that we love, suffering. It hurts. But it also hurts when we discipline them and then we let up and we get a little bit lenient because we feel bad for them. But I'm going to tell you what hurts the most is not teaching your children to do better. Is one day just sitting back and looking at how their life just maybe spiraled out of control and just thinking back, man, I wish I could have done something. You can do something right now. Teach your kids what it is to have integrity. Teach your kids what it is to be honest with themselves. Teach your kids the right way. Train your child up in the way that they should go, and they will never depart from it. It all starts with you. Teach your kids. Discipline your kids. Don't let up, even though it hurts. Don't let up, because we think that we're helping them, but in all reality, we're hurting them, because we're not teaching them what true discipline is. Now, like I said, I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I'm just giving you some advice. And sometimes I wish that somebody told me these things. But as I learn, I teach. And as I go through it, I grow through it. And I know parents out there around the world can do the same. And in case you forget to remember, love your children, but teach them the right way. Because buying everything in the world could never give them the gift that they need the most. And that is discipline.